The purpose of this video is to take everybody out with me to see how a 276 Chaparral operates with an 8.1 liter. Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Brandon Johnson, and I'm about to take you for a ride on a beautiful 2007 Chaparral 276 SSX bow rider. The purpose of this video is to take everyone out with me that's interested in the 276 SSI or SSX Chaparral that has a 496 Mercruiser with a Bravo 3 outdrive and see how she performs. So let's get started right now. But first, I'd like to introduce our channel. I've been passionately selling boats for over 19 years. The purpose of this channel is to help you and your family enjoy boats and boating just as much as my family and I enjoy it. So thanks to the help of my staff here at Heartland Marine and my sons, we've been able to successfully upload hundreds of boat reviews, instructional operation, help, and how-to videos. I don't ask for anything in return, except for the opportunity to possibly help you find a boat when the time comes. So to stay up on everything we upload, click that subscribe button below and stay tuned. Nice. Now, once you have your Chaparral in the water, because it's got to be in the water to run, you come back here in this little door at this port side walk-through transom. Open it up. Go ahead and turn your battery switches to both. So you have a house battery and a starting battery, and then a switch that will parallel them. That actually takes the power of both batteries to allow your motor to start. So if we're gonna cove out, listen to the radio or something, just leave our house battery on, turn our engine battery off. If we get one dead, one low, we just switch to that parallel. But otherwise, when you're done for the day, just shut it off, and it's pretty easy. You also have external ports back here. Heaven forbid both batteries were to die. You can apply power right there and start them up. Fire up them batteries. Coming up to the helm. So that this video isn't incredibly long, I'm going to try to include some links in the description down below this video. There's a little arrow, you click that and it'll pop down. Those links will include videos that I've made, such as the 5 things to do when your boat won't start, how to operate tilt and trim, just a bunch of cool stuff like that. This boat is multi-port injected, fuel injected amazingness, so really, kill switch is up, boat's in neutral, we should just be able to turn the key, alarm sounds, that means get away from the propellers, and she fires right up. Alright, now a lot of people go up and down the lake all day with their windshields open. I don't like that. In time, this windshield will begin to bow against the contour of the port side glass. So we're going to go ahead and shut that. It's also very windy, so we can put our wind block door right there. Now, shifting, very easy. You just push the button in at the top of the shifter, engage it into gear. There's a definitive catch right here for forward, then our throttle range is beyond that, okay? You only have to push the button in once again to engage into gear. Reverse is right here. Throttle range is beyond that. Hopefully you don't have to throttle in reverse. That means you're not docking it very good. All right, so we're gonna go into gear because we're gonna go forward. Now, I've had a lot of people that are excited to drive with this specific shifter, and as they accelerate, they have their finger on the trim up button. Go ahead and zoom in on this build. So right here, that's what sends the outdrive up and sends the outdrive down. You can also look at the gauge right here that is working. Up, down, okay? When we take off, we always want that down. In that video that I have a link to down below, it explains tilt and trim, but just to keep it real simple, when the drive's down, it's pushing water this way. The boat's floating this way, so it keeps the nose driven down. That's when we have the best maneuverability. That's what we're gonna do for water sports. We're gonna leave it there unless we wanna go faster. So when I test drive this boat, what I'm gonna do is run it full speed, trim down, then trim up. That way we can see our speed increase because we have GPS right here. But for now, let's talk about buttons, switches, and gauges. You have a depth finder right here, and it's got a button I'll show you in a minute. Speedometer, typically when you do the GPS, no one ever messes with these because you have GPS speed, that doesn't get clogged up, gummed up like a pedo tube on an outdrive. Tachometer, 381.4 hours right now. We have a 4-in-1 gauge, so we declutter the dash. Trim, bolt, oil pressure, engine temp, gas. Very important. We have a GPS right here, an Echo Map CV Garmin. Stereo remote controls, and we'll play with those when we get it out of the water. Accessory, God knows, sometimes at nighttime they do something cool. Blower vent right here ventilates the engine compartment. Horn, hopefully you can hear that working. Navigation lights, that's driving at nighttime. That's the red and green up front, the white light plugged in the back. In the middle is off. Down, anchor light, stopped at night. Arch lights are up top. Docking lights are the headlights up front. Courtesy lights are on the interior. I'll show you those in a minute. Okay, captain's call exhaust. Man, that sounds amazing with the big block. So remember, you're choosing with that button how your boat pumps out water and exhaust, which it uses to keep the motor cool. That being said, if you're going fast, you're putting a lot of water and exhaust through the engine. So maybe not the first time or the 10th time, but I promise you one of these times, if you switch that exhaust while you're going fast, you're going to break the little lead leads that flip the flappers in there to choose your exhaust system, however you want it. So only switch this at idle speed. To start the video, we're going to leave it off. I'll turn it back on in a minute. Right here we got power engine hatch. I'll come back to this. Water pressure, that builds up pressure of the water system. A lot of people, the lake, never ever use it because it begins to smell like sewage. Aft bilge pump, the bilge pump's automatic, you'll never use it. Engine room lights, hopefully you don't have to use those. Another accessory, once again, God knows what that is. Okay, ignition, place to plug your phone in. Tilt steering right here. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do, since we know what the buttons and switches, how they work, I'm going to grab the camera from Bill and we're going to test drive the boat. I'm going to run the boat full speed, trim down. For all you guys out there that are test driving a boat, remember, you're going to put the biggest load on the boat, trim down, running full speed. That's when you know if it's going to hit, mid, or spit, sputter, and fall on its face. Then we're going to trim up to see what the top speed is. Once we've hit a top speed trim down and the boat feels like it runs good and tight, we know it's going to run good as we trim up and go faster. All right, let's go fast. In the words of Matthew McConaughey, all right, all right, all right. All right, I'm going to put my big fat belly up here against the steering wheel. I'm not going to show you guys that so that you can see us take the heck off. So right now, let's come back to neutral. Once again, engage into gear, and we're going to accelerate. Now, this is a big boat. Now, yes, it's got a big motor, but this model planes extremely smooth. So go ahead and look here. So right around 3,000 RPM at 17 mile an hour, and we're already starting to settle flat on top of the water, running nice and level. I've got great visibility right here. So in reality, this is a pretty comfortable cruise speed. Right around 3,300 RPM, we're running 32 miles an hour. Nice and stable. Kicking off a rooster tail, baby. There's the old historic log chute up there on the hill, not that you care. Let's go ahead and push it down a little bit more. 4,000 RPM, 38 miles an hour, 44, 42, 44, 4,400 at 42.9, 43.89, 44.4 mile an hour. The boat runs really good right here. It really feels tight, not popping, not missing, smooth, it's not hissing. 45 trim down, which is very impressive. 46. We're gonna lose a little speed here as we turn around the bend. Man, this boat runs nice. I want to trim up for you, but I gotta get it around the turn. All right, here we go. Look at it bank. Steering's nice and good and it shifts smooth. Other things you always want to test for. Okay, so we've got our speed back up nice and high. Let's trim her up. 1 click, 2 click, woohoo! I can really feel it releasing. 4, 5, and that's just clicks, 5 clicks. We're running 50 miles an hour at 4,800 revolutions per minute, 52. About right there. Let's go ahead and slow her back down. See how she banks. Hold on, Mr. Bill. Now this is a hairpin turn. Look at that. I'm trying to keep the camera level to get it into focus for you. Okay. So once you come off plane, go ahead and trim your engine back down because that's how you always want to start off. when you get your boat on the trailer, make sure you trim it up, by the way, so you don't drag the outdrive on the ground. Well, she sure runs great. I think under better temperatures and conditions, we may approach 55, but we did hit almost 5,000 RPM, which is very impressive. Boat runs smooth. All my systems seem to work exceptionally well. I'm gonna give this to Billy, and we're gonna take you for a ride back to the boat ramp with us. Let's go. But before we do that, I forgot something pretty important, and I apologize. How to work trim tabs, okay? Trim tabs are great. They provide lateral stability for the boat, so we control them with buttons right here. Down puts them down, up brings them up. So you only want to set them when you're going straight. So what I like to do is pick something definitely in front of me, straight ahead, get the boat going straight on a nice, comfortable cruise speed, and then we'll just double tap them like a computer mouse. 1, 2. And that should level it out. So what I'm going to do now is get the boat on cruise, and then Billy's going to step behind me about right here, and I'm going to show them going down. I won't touch the wheel, and you'll be able to see how the boat turns by using the tab buttons. All right, let's go. Straight ahead of me is the house on the hill. As I mentioned earlier, 25 miles an hour really feels nice, okay? So I'm gonna straighten the boat out once again here. Straight ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and let go of that wheel. Watch the boat turn. See us about to go into shore. I'm gonna raise that back up. Get going again straight ahead. Push that down, let go of the wheel. See how it's turning us completely around? Slow down. Now, you know, that's if you have more weight on one side of the boat or the other. Now, let's say you have a heavy person on one side and you've got it trimmed up that way with your tab buttons. It's okay, it's gonna happen. The boat will go crooked, no big deal, it's not dangerous. But about a quick 10 Mississippi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll take it from all the way jacked up to all the way up out of the water, and you're good to go. Now let's go for a ride. Let's turn the exhaust on and go back. Oh yeah, baby. Now let's go. Remember, when you get it off on the trailer and you trim it all the way up and you shut the key off, your trim gauge quits working. I've had a lot of people call me after the sale wondering why their trim gauge or their out drive isn't coming up when they get it on the trailer. It's because they shut the key off. The out drive still works. You can hear it clearly, up, down, but the gauge will shut off because the key's off. All right, now we're gonna go back and look at the condition. Don't forget to shut your batteries off.
Models pop